Hi, George here, and I'll be showing you how to use green screen here in Premiere Elements 2025. Let's take a fast look at this shot right here. There you go, real easy green screen composite. And we'll do this project in this video. But first, I wanted to show you just basics on green screen. I'm just going to delete all of this stuff right down here. Get all that out of the way. There we go. So there's now nothing in our timeline. Let's go back to the beginning of the timeline. And left-hand side, I have a few clips in here. I'll put download links for these clips in the description. The top two we'll use in the project, and this one here. Let's start off with just these two. This is just a video clip. I'll just drag this one down onto the timeline. I'll put it right down here on video one, and I'll keep existing settings on that. Let's just play this real fast. There we go. Just a dog in the surf. Nothing special about that. Then we have this green screen up here. Now, green screen is removed and made into transparency inside of Premiere Elements. So anything in behind the green screen layer is going to be visible. Drag and drop this right down here. I'll put it on video 2. Now, new with Premiere Elements 2025 is this dialog box right here. If Premiere Elements thinks that you have a green screen or other chroma keyed shot, it will go in and try to take care of that for you and remove it for you, saving you a few steps. In this case, I want this to go away, so I'm just going to choose yes on this, and it takes out that green screen for us. It's that easy to do. Again, this is brand new in version 2025. Now, you can do it without that. Let me show you that. I'll just click on that green screen, take this out, pull this back down again. Here's that same dialog box. I'll choose no this time, so we still have our green screen in here. So this is how you would do this in earlier versions, anything before 2025. Go over to Effects right here. Let's go up to Show All and Video Effects and come down to Keying. Bring this one open. And the one you want most of the time is going to be Chroma Key, but there's also a specific green screen right here. Just drag and drop this right onto that green screen layer, and it goes through and takes out that green for you. Let's go ahead and just play this. It's a short clip. We'll play that. There's actually some motion on this window as well. And there's that motion beginning to happen right there. Just kind of pulls back. Notice how the green screen goes with that. Okay, let's just get rid of this. And let's now go over here to our main project files. We have this file right here. I'm going to pull this into video layer 2. And I'm going to keep existing settings. And here is our dialog box for doing the solid color green screen. Choose yes on that one. And it gives us a hole right here. Okay, get those out of the way. Now put this on video 2 because I want video in behind this on the video 1 layer. Now there's this thing right here. So just drag this right down there, put it underneath. Now if I just scrub the playhead, you can see there is that motion right there. So we have our video playing in behind. Now the video is covering the whole frame like that. So if you want to, you can resize your video frame, make it smaller. In this case, it doesn't really make any difference, but you can do that. Let me show you how that's done. Just click on that. Notice we also have some sound on this and some sound effects. Just some kind of spacey clicks and things. Okay, make sure you're on your video layer. And back over here to our FX controls, up here to scale, and we can then scale that down. And you can see there is that size of that layer. I can come in here and just adjust our position a little bit. And see if we can scale this up. And we just scale it up just a little bit. And that looks pretty good right there. I think I'll keep that position right there. It looks nice. Now video 1 is the background and video 2 is this foreground piece. I want to have this one go a little bit longer. I could either stretch this out so it goes slower to slow it down and make it longer that way, or I can just copy and paste in here. I'll just do a Control-C to copy that. Let's bring our playhead down to here, and Control-V to paste. Let's just back up a little bit, and I can then slide that back so it clips right here. It's now twice as long. That's good enough for our use. And bring our playhead back down here again. There we go. That looks fine. Okay, let's now bring in the flying saucer. I'll just grab this and drag it right down here, put it on top. Again, I want to use that green screen, so I choose yes, and that fits that in. Now the size is wrong on that, obviously, so back over here on our video effects controls, let's go here to scale, and then scale this down a bit so it's a good size for the video like that. Let's go up here to position, I'll go left a little bit, let's bring this up a bit, maybe right about here, that's pretty good. Just someplace in the middle, maybe a little bit further to the left. You'll go to the right. There we go. Just kind of want to see that planet back in there. And if we scrub that, it's just sitting there on top, just wavering around like that, just kind of floating in between. And it looks like it's part of that video inside. Let's go ahead, we'll play that. So that's pretty good. I like that. Get back to the beginning. Let's now put in our motion on this. So what I want is to have the first few seconds, maybe about the first 3 seconds, right about here. Looks pretty good. Maybe I'll go 4 seconds. So first 4 seconds is just sitting right there, long enough so that you're just watching that video and you figure that's all this is going to be doing. So right at this point, I'll put it at 4 seconds. Let's now change the position and the scale and the rotation, all three of those things over here, right-hand side. Click on the stopwatch, little toggle animation, click on that. It puts in a keyframe right here. Scale puts in a keyframe, and rotation puts in a keyframe. So those are all now keyframed at that point. I can now pull this down here, right near the end. Let's now change our scale and our position. For the scale, I want this a lot larger, like that. Let's go to our position. Let's go to the left a lot on this. And on rotation, let's rotate that around like that. Maybe at an angle. And position, we'll go clear out on the position. There we are. Let's now pull that playhead back. And there is that motion. It's that easy to add the motion onto that one layer. There we go. So it's in the video at the beginning, and then it flies into the room right there. Okay, see how that looks. Hit the play button. Looks good, just kind of floating there, and all of a sudden it begins to fly and flies out of the screen and off to the left-hand side. A bit of a surprise there for the audience. Okay, now let's do one last thing to this. We have those little clicks in the background, but they're not really that exciting. I want to have some music on this. We can do that. Let's go over here to our add audio to the soundtrack. There's a lot of stuff you can choose from in here. We have ambient. I'm just looking at the show all option up here. Ambient, atmospheric, blues, country, whatever you feel like. You can test these out, just click on it. And that's kind of nice. I like that. So we'll pull that one in. Now if we go down here below, and under our audio tracks, here's audio track 3. Notice that we have some sound effects on the other 2 audio tracks. I'll leave those alone. Just leave those in there. Now notice over here, some of these have this little kind of cloud thing up there. That means if we use this, it's going to have to download that from the internet. Let me show you that real fast. I've already downloaded this one. We'll use this one, but I want to show you that download. I'll just grab this New York Night. If I drag this down like this and drop it onto that audio line, it's then going to download that content and generate the score for you. And you can come in here and adjust the intensity if you want to, from mellow to intense. I'm just going to cancel that. So to do that part of it, to get this down onto your system, you'll have to have a currently active internet access. Make sure you have that. If you're not seeing the little cloud icon up here, then it's already on your system and you're not going to need to do that. Okay, so click on this, hit the delete key. Same thing over here. I've already downloaded this one, so I'll just drag this one down, put it on like this. I can change this. I'll leave it as is. Choose done. Now I don't want this exact spot. Just go up here, click on this icon here. This fits everything into your screen. Let's now find the right spot for the music. I'll play that. Right there. Okay, so we can find that. Let's zoom in on that. And scroll over a little bit. Right about there. Back just a little bit. That works right here. So click on this. Let's grab the scissor tool. I'll cut that right there. Back to the selection tool. Select our left side and delete. And then let's just grab this side and push this back over to the beginning. I'll show the whole video again. We'll drag this down to the beginning. Put it back up on audio 3. All I care about is the length right here. So let's go ahead. We'll clip this at that point. Scissors and clip. And then let's delete that and bring this up. Now let's make sure our sound begins correctly. Okay, that's right. I just want to get that kind of a ding sound in there at the start. And then our video goes clear through to about here. Right here, we lose the background. Let's go forward 1 frame. And there's where the background is lost. I'll back up 1 frame. Let's select these and grab the scissor tool again. I want to cut that one and cut that one right there. Back to the selection tool, let's delete this stuff and delete that. And now the whole thing is fitting properly. Go back here to fit visible in timeline. A little over 13-second animation. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's step back like that. There we are. And let's see how this looks. And that looks great. As you can see, easy to do here using green screen. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to learn a lot more about how to use Premiere Elements, I have a complete course for this. I'll put a link for that at the top of the description. And it covers everything in Premiere Elements, all the tools, all the menus, all the panels, everything. And it's the best way to learn how to use the program, and then come back here to my YouTube channel for all these practice projects. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you next time.